Welcome to another episode of Kicking Back with Gap, your host, Guru. Yeah, back again with the man them. Man like Tints, man like Vamp. What's good, what you saying? You man good?
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Ooh, that pagan season, you get me? So the man them all pagan that. But yeah, I wanted to, not be involved with that still.
What's he talking about? Man, my pagan out. Man was, he's gonna wear a pagan.
I definitely gave man the pagan ingredients.
Dishing out the pagans,
Man, I
bro.
had to guilt him into wearing FKM, you know. Man,
Nah, bro, I just couldn't
pagan
remember to get changed, you get me? Calm.
Nah, man, what a setup.
But yeah, so obviously this week the big topic is, obviously, I don't know if you man have seen, but Bugsy and Chip have squashed their beef. So, going on from that, basically, I wanted to talk about, is clashing and beef good for the culture? Yeah. Anybody got any thoughts?
No, you start first, man. Why am I gonna start first?
Yeah, do you think clashing and beef is good for our culture?
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
Because it's a competitive sport, isn't it?
Yeah,
and if you think about like anything that's drawn attention and that it comes from that, innit? Like if you think about the height of at one point where everybody was clashing and that's when everything was doing numbers. Like people was like for example, Young and Chip, Bugsy, whatever. That it was like an entertaining factor. Oh, he said this. Oh, what's he gonna come back with this? Like it was drawing more attention than their normal songs, innit? Because it's competition, isn't it?
And also as well, I think it's good because it brings out the best of that MC, innit? Depending on who the person is, innit? Because obviously,
you're right. Still,
like with man looking at the whole like clash from my perspective, I weren't really a big Chip fan, innit? Like I'm just gonna be honest, innit?
You don't feel Chip?
No, I never really did, fam.
do
Apart
this
from
again,
his
bro.
first tune,
what he's saying is he washed.
What's it? I'm Grime Time Savior. What's that one? The
Right,
first.
time stay.
I swear that's what he said. I said he said something. He says he's a something savior,
I'm
innit?
2 minutes in.
That's what he says. He's a something savior, innit? Whatever he says.
Crime
Yeah.
scene
like that.
syndrome.
No, that song was hard, innit? Ever since then, I was like, right, that's his first ever hardest song only. But ever since he's been beefing this Bugsy guy, was beefing this Bugsy guy, I swear it's like the best of Chip, bruv. And no one can ever deny it, fam. Like,
No, I definitely
He's got a
the
point
whole
still.
beef.
and I think like him beefing Bugsy, I don't think it was a thing where he was trying to clash him. I think he was actually trying to prove to everyone that I am actually the best.
Well, that's how it started, didn't it?
What?
Like, if
How?
you look back on that, if you reflect on that whole clash, it started with him doing a fire in the booth.
Who?
Chip. It started
For
with
who?
Chip doing a fire in the booth, calling everybody out, saying that,
No.
bruv.
No.
So how did it start?
When he did the Tiny Temper thing, chatting shit.
Fire in the booth.
Who is he calling out?
He said, "Bro, the whole scene, I'll get out everybody's necks, and you have to be in the Premiership, all of that, rare. That's what happened.
Okay.
Fire in the booth, in the same one that you're
Premiership is
talking
Bugsy,
about, again with Tiny and that.
Okay,
He was
yeah,
going
yeah.
at Tiny, and then he said,
Apologies.
all you little rappers that think you can be dissing, blah 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 blah. If you're in the Premiership, I'll be at your neck. And then that's why Bugsy replied, and he was like, raw, okay. He went on his
took his
fire in
chance
the booth,
too.
and he replied.
He took his chance.
He took his chance, but he took it at the wrong time still.
Wrong.
Yeah, fam.
Nah, he
No, I was
took it.
right
Who
for Bugsy.
took
Yeah,
it? Who
obviously.
took it?
I know, I'm saying Bugsy took the opportunity at the wrong time because I think Chip shelled Bugsy, blood. Like, not one of Bugsy's
Did you know
song, yeah.
Bugsy before the beef?
No, never, fam.
So then he didn't take it.
No,
at
of
the
course,
wrong
innit?
time.
Like, on his perspective, like, yeah, it's good for him, innit? Because obviously you got your popularity, innit? But on a man-to-man, like, come
He
on.
did get showed.
You got shelled, innit? Like,
It's not
Chip
even
shelled,
close,
man,
so.
bar for bar, bro.
But Chip's thing is, he's different. He's unfair, fam. Like, at his, like, wherever it was, Bugsy, Young, and, like, he'll get a diss track, and man will have a song, a video, everything within the next day, bro. Bruv.
Yeah, done, ready.
Like, at one point, I was thinking, fam, does man not eat a food? Does man not go check some family or something? Like, he was just at people, like, straight away, you get me? Like, his thing was different. Like,
No, he definitely, during this whole beef, he definitely got
like,
his
but-
mojo
but-
back.
Yeah, I know, but he used it. So what you were saying is perfect because he used that to his advantage because without that, he wasn't in his space now. You get me? When he came back, because he just come back from America, and then he did all that.
Guys, he in that processed minced meat, you know.
Right.
Took out the apple, you know.
Is that beef?
And tried to do like this. Try to do a proper slide, bro. Try to do a proper slide, like.
Deep filled mince pie. Guys just insisted on bringing that here, but then he's calling everyone pagans.
Right,
who brought that here, bro?
It was in the boot, innit?
Sorry to cut off the topic in that, yeah, but there's not even a snowman, not even, you know, like that. Like, man just got minced pie. That's the festive feeling today.
Is that nice, bro?
Yeah, banging. This would have gone down if I had mulled wine too.
Do you believe him when he says that?
Back, bro. What? A nice mulled wine, a nice warm mulled wine. What?
Oh shit, man.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're saying. What's mulled wine?
Huh?
What's mulled
That's where
wine?
it's gone off
Wine,
wine.
innit?
That's where it's boiled
Sweet
down
wine.
wine. It's hot, bro. You heat
Hot
it up.
wine.
Man drinks a hot wine.
Like man's in a rave trying to get a hot wine. Man ends up with that.
Man, this all started just because I had a mince pie, you know. Man can't even eat.
You was gonna get it, bro.
Mince pie in peace.
Yeah, and
You
then
knew
yeah,
you
guys
was gonna
said,
get it,
yeah,
bro.
I like my mince pie with my mulled wine.
You asked for it, bro. You asked for it, bro. You that mince meat in
You
your
need a timeout already, man.
meat,
So,
bro.
well, going back to the
Going
going
back to
back
what you're
to the
saying,
subject,
though.
what
Yeah,
was you
going
saying?
back to what you're saying.
Bro, no.
You were saying,
Yeah, because if you pre it, the whole timeline, let's say the Chip and Bugsy thing,
Yeah.
how we started it and then we went off it about, all right, Bugsy came back at him, and then Chip didn't need to acknowledge him, innit? Then he decided to with that pepper rhythm thing, and then Bugsy did a madness, that relegation. Nobody expected that, innit? Even though man went to the ends. It looked
that
like,
was hard, though.
Yeah, but it looked like it was 3 in the morning and that.
It don't matter. It didn't matter, bruv. A man from Manchester came down to the
He
ends.
done but you can
For
go
someone-
anywhere, bro.
For someone that don't know Tottenham,
Man are not foxes, bruv. Like, man go to sleep, innit? Anyone can go
don't
anywhere.
matter,
like,
innit? It don't matter. Yeah,
Bruv.
you came to the ends, innit?
Yeah, but to do what?
It doesn't matter. I'm in your end
What is
posted
Chip
doing a music
what is
video.
Chip a leg man? Is Chip gonna shoot him if he
Yeah,
sees
but
him? That means nothing.
It makes him look moist, innit?
Why?
But why? Who is
How?
Chip is a superstar. You know, like that. Like, you're a superstar.
Yeah, but
even though you
it
rep
just-
Tottenham, I
it's
hear
just-
that.
it's just what
bruv,
comes
that's
with
what
it.
he tried to do, but that didn't do nothing to me, bro.
Yeah, for
I
real,
think the tune was hard, and it was hard that he had like Big Nasty and that co-signing, because he's obviously from out at the ends or whatever, and the tune was hard, innit? But the going to Tottenham, Tottenham, like Chip's not. It doesn't. That doesn't mean nothing.
no,
to
obviously
man, bro.
Chip isn't a gunman, innit? Like, he's not a road man, but that worked.
It
fam.
worked, but
that was the
to me
big
it
talking
didn't.
point. That was bigger than the tune.
Yeah, like that's what it was. But to me, I'm only looking at the tune. The tune is hard, fam.
No,
the
that's
tune,
so.
he got him down. You get me? But then obviously, this is what happened though. Chip made that song called "The End," innit?
Yeah.
If you remember, in
Yeah.
his yard and that.
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't want to hear nothing from you.
And he
If
left
you
it.
reply, I'm not gonna reply.
Dead.
You're dead."
Yeah.
And then Bugsy started doing this, charting, doing bare things.
yeah.
And still dissing man as well.
Yeah, but really, with what? When he called him a snitch or something?
He did. I swear he sent out a couple more diss tracks.
Yeah, but come on,
between that
bro.
time.
It's not
But
not
it-
diss tracks, bro. Not diss tracks, bro.
But yeah, you're right. He did chart and do bad things.
Yeah, he charted off not dissing, man. He obviously got his popularity
Yeah,
popping,
big.
and then man started making tunes or whatever, and he's started rising, innit? But when Chips come back with 3 songs from him in a week, it was unprovoked, innit?
Yeah.
But he just needed that. That's you can tell that's how he gets the fire, innit?
Yeah.
And that's when he comes to his best.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
same thing with Young'un. And now he's in this space, because you think about it like this, yeah? When Chipmunk come out, Oopsie Daisy and whatnot, his fans were more or less his age, innit? So if you think about it, everyone's growing up here, so the people coming up, they don't really know about Chip like that as a Shellers, you get me? So now from just the things like Chips just everyone knows now, like
He's the guy
he's
who
solidified
got you
himself with that because he showed everyone and he's unshellable, you get me?
It's bait. It's
He
bait.
is the shellers, bro.
Like, man was basically wanting to come on to the fact of, like, that was a lyrical war, and then there's, like, real beef wars out there as well. Like, obviously, the I don't know, the CR and the ICE boys and bloody CBiz and all of that, and then J Hus and fucking Kojo, the rest of them lot. Like, is that healthy as well, or what do you think in regards to that?
Well, go on to
I personally don't think it is, yeah, because obviously at the same time, like, on a reality and realness of it all, like, everyone needs to always remember that behind cameras and all of that, that's probably some people's real life, innit? Like, not saying that's their life, innit, but that's probably how real it is for certain of these artists, if you know what I mean, innit? So, like, for them actually trying to elevate themselves and get themselves out of that situation, I don't think it's healthy for them to try and always probably be in that situation, if you know what I mean, innit?
But the positive side of a lot of it is, though, like, look, like, for example, a Kojo Funds, he was more or less in a position like Bugsy almost, like, he wasn't known in that. And then when his and J Hus's diss track started coming out, like, he was able to launch his career
on
on
that
that.
positive side, yeah. Sorry to cut you off, MP. It was good on that positive side, but we don't know behind cameras how many people died due to that beef, you know, like that. So there's always that balance and all of that in that whole process, because at the end of the day, it's reality and it's real life. Like, them two are beefing in our face, innit? Like, yeah, you're saying this about that, but man don't know what's really going on in East London and who's dupping who and what's this and that due to that situation that's going on, innit? So it's a catch-22 in a certain sense in my eyes.
What was you gonna say, man?
that I think like from my experience of the whole thing, I never heard of Kojo until J Hus started saying his name, and then there was J Hus. He says that he's bussing or whatever. But I personally think that Kojo's music is so sick that he would have done his thing anyway. But like, obviously,
to be fair, he did have a tune.
Yeah.
At the same kind of time that was doing well.
They were both kind of simmering, but J Hus
was already gone, but Kojo had a tune. I can't remember the name of the tune.
Want From Me.
Huh?
Want From Me or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. But it was a similar kind of style to what he's doing now, and that.
Yeah.
And it was doing alright. And then obviously that's when they started sending like dubs for each other, and that kind of made his thing take off even further.
But was it dubs for each other though?
Yeah, they did the De La Jour thing.
Yeah, that's the only one. Like, J Hus said his name and everything.
No, but that was a reply
to what?
Kojo did one as well.
Has Kojo ever said J Hus's name?
Yeah. Kojo did a tune first.
Kojo did a song. His first ever song that he came out with that was super big, fam.
Yeah. But if you pre it though, like, I got a cousin that's from that area and he's really close with Kojo and that. But if you just pre it in general, like, that whole side.
That's it. Kojo had a tune called Murder.
Yeah.
It came out on Link Up TV.
Murder.
That was his first song.
Yeah, that was for them.
That wasn't his first song.
And then after he had a
Because I heard.
And that was for Kojo.
That was his first single, wasn't it?
Ariba was the first song I heard. Murder, maybe the video come out later.
But both of them were for J Hus.
Yeah, because like basically J Hus was when J Hus got stabbed, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then he come out saying, Kojo, what? Kojo, who? Kojo, I make more funds than you, or whatever. It was, he's beefing this Kojo guy.
Yeah.
So then I go to check out this Kojo tune. I'm thinking it's gonna, because J Hus is rapping, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
And he's angry.
Bruh, what did he say again? Leave him in the black gutter. Left him leaking his Stratford gutter. No lie. The 4-5 make a chest decline.
But I'm thinking,
is this beef tune
or like? Them man had the waviest diss tracks ever, you know?
Wavy, like, but the way, for the other side, if you want to rap. Is man supposed to dance or what? Like, it's mad.
They have the waviest.
I was just like, this is sick. And then, but J Hus, He's got a picture of man balled up in a hospital bed. So man's thinking, did this singing guy ball you up? Because that's what you just basically said. So he just
I don't
boosted
mean to
him
laugh.
like-
I don't mean to laugh because real
bro.
things are
Yeah, real
happening.
things
bro.
are
But
happening,
he
yeah.
bust him like that. He gave him so much clout, bro.
Nah,
It's true
definitely.
Still. It's true
Like-
still.
So then,
And man's songs are sick.
But so then, on a positive note, guys have made a career from like real issues, innit?
Yeah, but the thing is though, like what I was trying to say, but what I was gonna say is before, I don't think it's like a Biggie and Tupac, Kojo versus Jay Huss. I think it's areas, isn't it? It's always more entourages, and that whole East thing, like it's bare different little sides.
Yeah, and it might not even be like them man
It's not,
directly
it's
have.
not.
It's
My
not.
cousin was like, at one point, I can't remember when, but he was just like, I don't even think them man I even met.
Yeah,
You know, like that. But
yeah, it's mad. Who knows?
because their music's so
But
sick.
I
innit?
wasn't specifically talking about them. I was just asking, like, when it comes to, because like predominantly grime beef is more like clashing, innit? It's more like sound system culture of dubs and clashing and Lord of the Mics and rare. But rap and that we seem to see it's more like
culture is
street
different.
stuff.
Yeah, the culture.
Yeah, and rap, and more so even the drill thing, like that's even more
But then,
amplified.
to be honest with you though, yeah, like I think with the rap thing in England, it's different to how like the grime thing is, because the grime thing is basically like our British version of rap, if you understand what I mean. Because obviously, rap in America is their essence of battle rap and all of that. Because obviously, rapping comes from battle rapping in a certain sense, innit? So how people clash when it comes to grime and that.
I don't know
it
if I
is, bro.
agree with you on
It's the same similarity,
He said
isn't it?
rapping
But
comes
obviously,
from
like when it
battle
comes to
rapping, but it's
UK though,
rapping, innit?
but obviously no, when it comes to the UK, like the UK rap is actual beef rap. It's not like a clashing rap thing. It's
Yeah, no,
actual
but there's
beef rap.
certain elements
Even when they make songs, it's actual songs of actual man's trying to tell you I'm beefing you and I'm gonna do you something. It's not an actual clash of art versus art, if you know what I mean.
No,
Whereas when it comes to grime, that's the British version of. Like, that's what I'm trying to compare
Like
it to,
battle
innit?
rap. Like
yeah,
grime,
because grime is like battle rap in a sense of that. That's
I
where
hear you when you say that. Like in terms,
because that's our British version of battle rap.
Even the like the niceness of
Yeah.
like battle rap. Like you see, battle rap, it's got like they've got an etiquette about them, how they go about their like clashes, innit? Like they will clash, man, and it's not gonna be an on-site thing. You might get a one or two occasions.
Or battle raps.
Yeah, where it'll be an on-site
bang
thing.
man in the face.
Yeah,
When
but
he's rapping.
that's how kind of grime is really. On the whole, obviously, certain situations, there's been real grime altercations, but on the whole, more time, when man's clashing in grime, it's going to be like a clash. And that's it, innit?
Because that's the same way how rap elevated in America. That's the same way grime elevated in England.
But even when you're not battling, you're still battling. That's the whole point. What man was saying is competitive, isn't it? That's what it is. Like, it's all egos. To be a rapper, you have to have an ego, innit?
Yeah.
If you don't think that you're
The
the
best.
best, or you can be the best, or you're top at what you do, then what are you
What
doing?
you doing,
So
yeah,
like,
it's
even
true.
when you're getting on songs with people, it's always that, innit? Like,
Yeah, it's
even when
true.
it's not. Like, even when man's rapping normally, like when man makes a song by himself and don't beef no one, man's still battling, you're almost battling
Battling
yourself.
yourself,
Like,
yeah,
you're
it's true,
talking
talks.
against some imaginary competitor that's making you rap, you know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah, no, it's
that's
true
where it
still.
comes from. So it's always gonna be like that.
Yeah,
Always.
so basically what I was just trying to say is that, like, to go back to the main original question, obviously the main original question is the beef or clashing good for the culture, innit? And there's obviously positives.
Yeah,
and
as
ne-
long as it don't get too far about, yeah.
that's what you think.
Yeah, I'm the same with it as well,
with
yeah.
everything.
But then I'm saying that when it's got far, it's still like helped a man elevate their career even further.
Yeah,
like,
it's still
all the
helped-
drill guys, their thing is a lot of their things seem to be more like real street stuff that's going on, innit? That's
Yeah.
happening. And that's busting them further.
Yeah.
But you have to understand
Busting
though,
them
yeah?
way further. And when the more fuckery that goes on, the bigger that these men get.
Yeah, but think about wait. How do you make a drill song with no ops?
That's what I'm saying.
So that's the music's always gonna be like that, isn't it? That's
Obviously,
what it's about.
But it's the same thing, like I said in the last episode, isn't it? Is that for the certain viewers, it's interesting for them, innit? So the more they pre it, the more they're gonna think something more interesting is gonna happen. Because certain people that's watching these things on YouTube, they're not looking at it as that. You can't get that in
Yeah, dribble popcorn live on camera.
You got.
But no, yeah, you have to remember, innit, certain people that's viewing these things, they're not viewing it like how we're viewing it, like, oh yeah, this is actually certain man's reality. They're viewing it as this is interesting things to watch. I wonder what else is gonna happen more. And then these men are just actually, I wouldn't say living off of that, like what I've just said, but obviously because they know more people are watching, they're feeling like, right, our ops has just done this to us. People know that this has just happened. I have to basically react to this now, innit? So it's like a crazy cycle in my head, in my mind, that I think that's just going around. The more things that's happening, the more people are watching. So the more they know people are watching, the more craziness that's just keep on happening, realistically.
So I was gonna ask this then, yeah. How much of an influence do you think American gangster culture has played on the UK, in the streets, and like transgressed into the music?
A lot, bruv, to be honest with you, still. Because obviously, like I said, innit, like, I think that...
Or do you think, like, because a lot, like, do you think our beef is original, like, it's our thing that people are just doing because they're just inner ends and they're fuckery? Or is because they've seen the influence over in America, like, for example, the Chicago stuff, like...
Yeah, because they definitely call themselves Chirac and Harlem and all of these things, so there's obviously an influence.
There's obviously influence,
but
and especially...
I don't think that they're beefing because they're beefing.
Yeah, I don't think it's that, but obviously I think it's a major influence as well, like Vamp just said though, still, because you have to remember, innit, like, one of them duns in Chicago actually had a rocket launcher in that, innit? So. What was his name? Skengdo, or whatever his name, or not Skengdo, what was his name? Rondo, number 9, whatever, innit? Like, he really had a rocket launcher, innit? So, in most of these young youths' minds, they must see that and think, like, raw, that's crazy, innit? Let me be on this gangster shit, innit? But then at the same time as well, if you look at it on the Chief Keef point of view, a lot of people preed it as he's actually been on house arrest, really making a music video. He really does do this. Now you're a millionaire, it must be possible. So a lot of people are preying on that factor, innit? So if I make songs, me banging on my ops, I must somehow blow in this music thing. That's what I think this English drill thing has probably blown from. Because obviously, Chief Keef, if you probably even listen to a lot of interviews with them, like Harlem and 6-7, all of that, they say that drill music was kind of influence to whatever, you know, that even other people as well, if they said it, that
so
drill thing is that
So
influence.
my question is, do you think that they would have beef if this wasn't going on in America?
If who would have beef?
Like all
anyone
of
in England?
All of these men that have been influenced by what's going on in America. If that wasn't going on in America,
Yeah.
you think that the beef
Yeah,
there would be beef?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, it's just...
Well, man, just beefing for fun.
For fun, no, like, it's real, but obviously I think they've probably, what I'm trying to say is, obviously even, like, I agree, I hear what you're saying, but even if it wasn't this American thing, yeah, there'll still be beef, but the reason why people have made it into music now is because of how they've seen it from the American side.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I see it.
Like this man have been beefing from when was in school.
Yeah, like,
there was no Chief Keef, but there was beef. You get me? And flipping man beef, it just gets inherited. Man don't even know what they're beefing about or what it's over. Man lives here, you're from that block, we have to beef you. Like, it's always been like that, innit? It's not because of, maybe musically you think it might translate like that, but
How much do you feel like social media has amplified?
bare.
crazy amounts,
Bare.
Blood, I've been saying this to everyone, innit? You have to remember, back in the day, innit, yeah? Like, this beef people had, no one knew about it. No one knows about it. But now, you know about it.
No, but it's like what man was telling you, like, man will have beef with a guy, see him, pull out their phone and start chasing him. Why are you running away, you pussy?
Yeah, like, that's beef, man.
It's exposing gangs.
Bro, do you want to beef him or not? Do you know what I'm saying? So, of course it's done that, because now there's an extra element to it. They have to embarrass you.
They have to embarrass you.
They have to show everybody that this is what I'm doing.
But
and then put yourself in jail.
Hasn't that made a positive impact on, like, these guys' music and popularity?
Yeah, like, it gives man's got a lane, a bigger lane.
Man's getting clout from that, innit? Like,
Yeah, but
the
then
same thing that you're saying, if I chase down my ops, and people see the shit on the camera, on the internet, sorry, and ends up on exposing gangs or something like whatever, like.
I don't
Bro,
know.
I wouldn't say as
my
positive.
followers are gonna go up.
I wouldn't say as positive because obviously you're doing something fucked up to basically get to where you're getting to, innit? But I see it as it's helping you out, innit? But I'm not gonna call that a positive thing, innit? Because you're chasing someone down basically to get followers. Like, there's nothing really positive about that.
I just see it as when is this gonna end? Like, what's man's
Come
end
on,
goal?
bro. It's
Like,
been
what are you
happening
gonna
for
do?
years.
Like, how old are you gonna turn, and then what's man gonna do from that?
Yeah.
If man's trying to do a music, at some point it has to stop, innit? At some point you have to just do your music, because all you're gonna do is make peace, something's gonna happen, and then you're gonna go to jail or die, and then it's all gone. Like, you've got, like, at some point there's gotta be like,
There's a
all right,
time
this is
limit,
dead now, innit? Like, yeah, like, but if that's what man's trying to do, because there's a big lane for loads of these rappers that are coming through drilling and rapping about their ops, but they're really touching people, innit? Like, and hitting audience, because it's entertainment really
But
for everyone else.
on the same concept of social media, like, and reverting away from beef, but to clashing, and do you feel like it's made impact on that as well, like with the meme culture and stuff? Like, for example, when I don't know, Chip and Bugsy were at it, like, how much of a role did social media play to decide who won that clash for you?
Big role still. Big role.
Nothing at all. What memes were there?
Like, for example, when you was talking about man turning up in Tottenham, and then people are must be tweeting out, oh yeah, Chip's a pussy.
Oh, that's
Don's turned up in Tottenham,
what I said,
and
they had
where's
a
your
massive-
guys?
yeah,
Yeah.
People really say that.
Yeah,
That's
but
gotta be.
you-
You know, there was some comments that
11-year-olds.
really said some
That's gotta be
stupidity,
primary
fam.
school
Yeah, some
kids, bro.
stupidity,
Like,
fam. But
really, in real life, Chip's a pussy because man's in Tottenham. Who is he, bro?
Yeah, but I'm saying that things like
Fucking-
that would have been on social media.
Yeah, of course, people were saying
but
bad
fucking
things like
yeah,
that.
but in reality, what does that mean, bro?
Yeah,
If
we
you don't
know
like
that.
someone and then they go in your area, what does that mean?
I hear you. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not
disagreeing,
disagreeing.
guys.
I'm not disagreeing, innit? But it's just a disrespect, innit?
That is
Like,
not a diss to me, bro. Man does not own that land.
But if you rap the ends,
Oh.
and he does.
So what? You think Chip can ban Bugsy Malone for going to Tottenham? You think Chip can say you're not allowed in Tottenham, and that's it? You can't step foot in there.
No, but
If
he's
you
just
step
not
foot in
meant to
there,
be
you have
able to go to Tottenham.
I'm saying, I get why it's a diss.
I think it'll be more of a diss if Chip. I don't know. Does
Otherwise,
Chip
he
rep?
wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, no, but does
If it
Chip?
weren't a diss, he
Of
wouldn't have
course.
done it.
No, I'm not saying it didn't work. I'm saying for me, innit? If he was beefing Young Spray, all right then, innit?
Nah, I hear that.
Yeah,
still.
cool.
It's Chipmunk,
I heard that.
bruv.
Yeah, it's Chipmunk though, innit?
You know
But
what
I
I'm
heard
saying?
that. If you was coming for Young Spring, you've come to his beer.
That makes sense, innit?
Huh?
Chocolate, please.
Oh, you want some chocolate, yeah?
If you go,
What? No.
Is that what you said?
What? Bro?
whoa,
I said it was
whoa,
some chocolate. What did you want to miss me, fam?
This guy's a dickhead, bro.
Man said he...
That was whoa, still. Ooh, yeah.
There's a...
Yeah, but my point, bro. If man was beefing Young Spray and you stepped in Tottenham, then that's a different thing to me. You get me? It's something supposed to.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, something's supposed to. Like, it's you get what I'm
No, I
saying?
hear what you're saying, innit? No, I hear you.
Chipmunk's different. Yeah, Chipmunk's from Tottenham and he says he's from Tottenham, but he's a rapper, innit? He says that he's a rapper, he's an MC. So, like, you stepping in Tottenham, what's he
really
supposed
mean
to do? What is he supposed to do?
What do you feel about them, man, like, making amends and just, you know, like...
I don't even think it was. I didn't think it was a big deal, bro.
What, when they shook hands and said, cool.
Yeah, what are they? Big
It was
young
gonna
Tupac.
happen.
Yeah, bro.
It
I
was
didn't.
gonna
I
happen.
swear
No
there
one
was
took
one there
that
video of
serious.
Bugsy Malone saying that it was all planned, like a month or two ago.
I don't know about that, you know.
Fam, that whole thing, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
And
bro.
if it was planned, would that invalidate their clash?
Yeah, of course, it was never real.
But really and truly,
was
it
serious.
has to be a bit planned. Like, come on. Like, do you beef someone you don't know and just beef them?
No, but
Like, why would you even care?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, but if it was just a clash and they carried on like it was
I
just...
think I'm not even.
If they carried on like it was just a clash, yeah? Like, say, for example, Big H and P Money, that was just a clash.
Let me just throw a hot take out there. Charlie Sloth patterned that whole thing. I just think so, yeah. I just think so. Because didn't he sign Bugsy? It all started in this fire in the booth and popped off in a fire in the booth. And man's obviously bust Bugsy from it. And what was it
You
really a
think they
beef?
just went to ship like, yo, hold us 20K and just shut
No,
up?
I think Chipmunk needed someone to beef. Because that popped, it helped them both.
Yeah.
How did the beef start?
I hear
Who
that.
even knows each other to beef them, or who hurt who? And
It
who
weren't no
touched who?
personal thing.
Yeah, so them shaking hands, like, it's not even like, wow, oh my God. It's like, all right, cool, go and make some songs, innit? You done what you needed to do.
No, but the reason why I asked is because obviously there's been backlash. Like, there's been positives that a lot of people have said, yeah, no, it's good to see that, like, they've become amicable. Sorry, and like they've been able to just shake hands and yeah, cool, innit? And then there's a lot of people that say like,
Yeah,
bro, nah, man. what's this?"
Amicable from what, bruv?
I know, but I'm just saying, innit?
That wasn't real beef.
They weren't real beef.
If you hate someone so bad you go to the studio and write and rhyme and speak and then release it. Like, there was like the things we was talking about before, that would be something like that would be like raw, alright, cool. Like, but if it just stays on music the whole time and it's squashed,
Trust me. They weren't real, fam.
I don't think that was real. Maybe I don't want to say
You
Charlie
think-
Sloth patterned it, but I think there was tactics to that, man.
Last question, yeah. Do you think that obviously they was able to squash their thing? It might not have been real beef in that, but certain of these men that do have real beef, do you reckon it's in their best interest to squash their thing for the sake of their musical careers? And you think anybody would do that?
Yeah.
Maybe squash it behind the scenes. You don't need to come out and take pictures or anything.
Yeah.
And if they did, what do you think?
Well,
would
then
be,
what do you rap about now?
would you
You
think
never
they
know,
would
though.
just squash
Say-
and still chat
You
shit
never
about
know though,
it?
because if they've kept it behind scenes, they could still rap about the same shit.
That's my point.
What, still get onto man?
yeah,
Like,
still
yo,
get
Yeah,
onto
but
it,
if they
yeah.
come out and took pictures and yeah, we squashed now, what are you rapping
What are you
about
gonna
now?
rap? What
But the
you-
thing
yeah.
is though, no, but this is what I'm saying though. I think they will still rap the same and that because that's their style of rap, innit? That's their style of writing. But the reason why the things get so big, yeah, because you have someone to direct what you're saying to. You get what I'm saying?
it's not just like a...
You're just saying it, yeah.
Yeah, like, you get me? So, like, when, for example, when Young'un was sending for Chip, that was his clearest numbers of anything that he was doing. But he wasn't necessarily rapping different to what he'd rap on a pepper rhythm. He'd still be getting somebody down. It's just an imaginary guy, innit? But when it's somebody, you're like, ooh, look, it's personal, innit? So
Who
it's
do you think-
easier to...
Sorry to cut you. Who do you think benefited the most out of that whole...
Chip, innit?
No, Bugsy did, fam. Well, that's what I personally think.
I mean,
no,
of all
Bugsy.
the people that was involved, there was Chip, Bugsy, Devilman, Skepta, bloody
What?
Tiny,
Sizzle,
Young.
what are we
Bro,
talking about?
that whole thing involved bare different people.
Yeah, but it's... Yeah, exactly.
Who do you think benefited the most?
Bugsy,
I
fam.
think Chip come
I
out on
think
top.
Bugsy did still. Well, when you say benefit, in what sense though? Like who won or who's probably doing better with their
I
career?
just think Chip certified his status.
I believe that as well, but I think in terms of like actually developing a career and elevating a career, all of that blasé stuff, I think Bugsy actually probably elevated the most out of it because you have to remember he was Bugsy. Like before all of that
He was
whole,
big still.
Exactly, bro.
but I
Come
never
on.
knew who
That man
Bugsy
there had
was.
a million hits
Come
before.
on,
I
exactly.
didn't even
It's
know that
Facts.
still.
Had his
It's
mixtape on hood tapes
All
before.
right.
Trying to
But
play.
yeah, he's happy,
Yeah,
fam.
yeah, Bugsy's gonna
What, is
watch
that the
this.
next special guest? Yeah, is that the next
Facts,
special
no,
guest?
it's a fact.
Bugsy ain't gonna watch this, man. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah,
Watch this, fam. No, man saying, no, like Bugsy came up from it, but anyone can come up from anything, innit? Like, that was his path that he took, and he came up from that, cool, but everyone comes up somehow, some way. But Chipmunks had a 10-year career, and from that, he's certified his status, and he's probably pushed his career for another 5. So that's a 15-year career that no one else can really match, you get me? At least. Just from that, he's certified himself as the sheller. Like, if like, really and truly, put it this way, yeah? If you clash Chip and you just stand your ground, like Chip is like the clasher, and then everyone else is like...
He's kind of taking Wiley's spot.
Yeah. But Wiley took some L's though, innit? He took on too many clashes.
I hear that.
I think like Chip knows what he's doing a bit more.
Do you have a favourite clash of the year? Even like a favourite diss track or clash of the year? You can revert back to, obviously that one's a bit old.
What one?
Chip and Bugsy and that wasn't
What?
this
Name
year.
some, because I don't...
Dot and P Money.
Ooh, that clash was mad. Yo, man's forgot all that happened. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
K
them
Colt's diss track to Nines this year was horrid.
yeah.
It was horrid.
I didn't even hear that one still.
That's slightly worse than C-Biz, bro.
It was horrid. Bro.
Yeah.
The
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Them...
what's his name? Big Tobes and
Krypton Conan.
no.
Young Blitz. Oh,
Blitz got at Tobes this year.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a diss, though. I feel like that was soft. That was like a poke.
Man said it was soft, you know.
Yeah, because Blitz is fucking Shelly, bro. That was like, he weren't dissing him, it was more like, because they obviously broke up and he was just saying what happened, kind of thing. Like, it wasn't really, it was like, come and say something so I can spin you now, you get me? That's what he did. And then Tobes done a little something back. They just poked each other, they didn't really go at each other like that, man.
We saying that P Money and Dot was mad, dude.
Yeah, that was mad still.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, bro. Like, it was mad. Like, I think, yeah, Dot got it. It depends on what you like and what you're trying to get, innit? Like, are you just trying to hear
I'm surprised
Shell?
they didn't fight.
But, like, I don't know.
I'm surprised they didn't fight the way it was so serious.
He is
But,
serious.
lyrics
but
are lyrics.
like, watch this here. If man's clashing here, let's say, let's say, I don't know, someone's clashing someone here, and fam, how does that say this fucking one? Alright, P Money clashing Dot Rotten here. P Money beats him up and does all these things here, and now he raps about it. But you already know he beat him up. So does that entertain you, or does Dot Rotten saying something about blacks and that? And but there's no proof of that. But he's just said it. Like, what wins?
Boy, that voicemail was P.
Yeah, but come on, bro. If I could get my girl's Reggie's cousin to say something, you get me, like, but it's entertaining, isn't it?
was
So
funny.
like,
It was kind of funny.
but the thing is, it depends on what you want in clashes, isn't it? Like, but yeah, they just proved it. Then both of them, they just.
I think they both kind of won in that one. Like, I don't even know who to decide who won that clash though.
That was a mad one, that one.
Like, I couldn't keep up. Like, I literally couldn't keep up anymore.
That man had like
the
8-minute dubs.
Yeah, and the speeds that they were coming back at each other. Yeah, they got the best out of each other. Like, it was mad.
Them 8-minute dubs were real mad, real
So
mad.
they
We're
was
saying
bringing
you
out
won,
tracks
you
8
won,
hours
man.
after. That.
Not, yeah.
I think P Money did still.
Yeah, I don't know.
These men are just buzzing, man. That's why they're not speaking no words this week.
Yeah, I
man.
know. I don't know what they would say, bro. It's that still.
And I think that concludes that section still. So we're gonna go into the rhythm of the week. What?
What's the rhythm of the week?
This dance nest. Say
Man,
your
you
rhythm,
know
man.
what rhythm of the week is, isn't it? Like, it's just the rhythm of the week. Sponsored by Hdvsn, yeah?
Just say it and move on, bro.
What is
Man said say it and move on.
Ain't that what man meant to do?
Don't say it.
Yeah. It's just the rhythm of the week.
I don't even know what it is.
Or are you man catching feelings about this?
No, because I thought it would be a voting thing.
Man's
Like.
not meant to discuss it. Or
No,
man's not-
man ain't meant to discuss it, but what? Are you man catching
Well, we are meant to discuss it.
No, man's not meant to discuss it.
what is the point in this?
It's just bigging up a rhythm, innit? So people can check out this rhythm, innit? What's the problem?
Get it.
Man,
they really don't like.
Are we gonna have a discussion? No, so what is the point?
Man, just sitting there.
Breaking down.
I'm proper. You know when you wanna understand something.
No, it's just to shout out
Yeah.
a tune that you might not have heard of, and
definitely
just to,
probably
you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, there's two in it. One that's the most popular, like the featured thing, and then the one that
that's
go
what
and
you're
pre.
doing.
You get me? So the featured one is obviously Stormzy, Blinded by Your Grace, innit? You might like that tune video. The video's cold. Have you seen the video?
Yeah,
Video is real cold still. I can't lie.
No, I haven't seen
Like
the video,
it really
still.
complemented the tune like badly.
No, our video was 6 too, right? It was Joe's, because my mum like.
You made my snort.
Allow it. Make man snot, bro.
Man said your mum in it, so I was just thinking, yeah. This is gonna go mad.
I don't know, man.
What's wrong with you, blood?
What is wrong with you? I said your mom sauce, please.
What?
Yeah, so that's what guys do. Yeah.
What? I ain't trying to make nobody snort, alright?
Loud,
That's
man.
not my thing, bruv. I'm a law-abiding citizen, bro.
Loud, man.
Loud, bro.
It's not that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, blinded by your grace. Oh,
Man's waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to say his point and that.
no, my mum was yeah, literally just today, innit? Like, cause I come in from work, mash up, bruv. Like, man stayed up till like 4 in the morning. You man already know, banging out that video and that, and then went to work, come back, tired, bruv. You get me? And then my mum was like, yeah, she made this soup, innit? She was like, no, try the soup, man, try my soup, please try my soup. No, mum, I gotta go back out. No, please just try. So I messaged you like, yo, man, man's gotta eat this soup, innit? I'm gonna be late. But fam, it fixed me, you get me? Like, if you saw me before that, bruv, I was
Down.
bruv, that soup. Yeah, you get me? Oh, yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I gotta go out, gotta do some music things, gonna go do this podcast and shoot this video. Yeah, man, you need to make a song about God.
Stormzy just got everybody out here.
No, fam.
Storms me up, bro. She don't even
got
know,
her,
she
bruv.
don't know who Stormzy is. I'll
got
make
her,
a song
fam.
about God for me, please, man.
Yeah, you got her,
Every
fam.
time I hear this music, I always think about you. My one don't sound like that, but that's what
You reckon she heard Blinded by Your Grace?
she ain't heard that.
You should play it to her, see what she says.
Fam, they probably
No.
banged that in church. What do you mean?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably a big church song.
No, it's a hymn, innit? There's no ramping, it's a hymn, but no, she don't have a clue, fam. But if I made a song about God, I don't even know if she'd understand what I'm saying, bruv. But man's got to do a God tune, innit?
And the second tune, like rhythm of the week, is it's by T Muller. It's called DPC. I was playing it in the whip. You was like, what the fuck's that? But it's a bit
Bruv,
it's
don't
wavy
start lying
still.
to the camera, bruv.
What?
Alright.
That's why I
Let
made
me-
you
let
pause
me-
that podcast for, bro.
Let me just allow it. Go
What?
on,
What was you gonna say?
No, nothing. Yeah.
No, tune's wavy still. Pre it. Obviously, I don't know. You probably heard it. You probably ain't heard it. But
I am.
No,
It's cold.
I've seen it,
not
bro.
T Muller from '86.
That's what I'm saying. That's what confuses.
Yeah, it's a next brother called T Muller. I think he's from
One
86.
L or something, but
No,
they're both.
2 L's.
That's what I'm saying. One of them's got 1 L, the other one's got 2 L's.
86 youth's got 1 L. This youth's got 2 L's. But it's hard still.
No,
Big
it's a
tune.
good tune. Good tune.
You don't tune it?
Hmm.
Oh, I'll say none.
I've seen it about.
Oh,
But
so-
the way that you played it was funny, innit?
Oh, say none. All right, so Dr. Sills is brought out Pharmacy. Raw.
Because it's cold season, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Pharmacy.
True say everybody's getting ill right now.
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
Yeah, like true say everybody's
Pharmacist,
getting ill right
pharmacy.
now. Dr. Stills, is that what the section is? Dr. Stills? Yeah, Dr. Stills has gone and found the etymology of
Absolutely,
pharmacy.
Hella haps, you know, hella.
haps.
Yeah,
And
Dr.
it was
Stills.
like late from the 14th century.
Sorry, start again. I'm not listening.
It came late in the 14th
What did?
century.
I wasn't listening.
Blood clot. The word pharmacy. The word.
Man's in school still.
The word pharmacy. It means a medicine from an old French pharmacy.
The word pharmacy came from an old French pharmacy.
Nah, still, you're gonna have to read this because I don't understand how this is all laid out.
You hear what he said?
They man look illiterate.
Yeah, no, this is the way how it's all constructed is written bare.
Like that, fam.
Fam, it's just a dictionary, bro.
No, it's mad still.
They put synonyms next to it. And like,
Yeah, alright, so it's from late 14th century, a medicine from old French pharmacy, but with spelt with an F-A-R-M instead of the normal P-H-A-R. 13th century, medieval Latin, is spelt similar to the way we spell pharmacy. Then it went to Greek, pharmakeia, use of drugs, medicines, potions or spells, poisoning, witchcraft, or remedy. That's where it comes from.
Right.
And it says underneath, pharmacist, preparer of drugs, poisoner or sorcerer.
Whoa. So what you saying? Every time I go to the pharmacy, man's
just
really
going
going
to
to
the
get
duppy,
poisoned.
man.
Yeah, literally.
so man, go to a chemist.
Man's gone to the duppy, man,
When it
fam.
pops up on the screen, they'll see it anyway.
Right, that's why I couldn't read it. It was all too mad for me, blood.
So the chemist.
I ain't trying to
is
read
just-
them spells into my life, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
So what, he's just a duppy, man, basically.
Basically.
Cutting in here, man.
that's cold still.
That's crazy.
Iceland, fam.
What, there's two, yeah?
Oh my.
I thought it was just...
I'm going to do a funny one and a serious one.
Oh, so what was the serious one?
That.
That was the funny one.
No, that was a serious
Serious.
Oh, see.
Oh, you find that funny?
That is funny, cuz.
What, voodoo's funny?
That man ain't seen it.
You ain't been back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Africa, blood, trust me.
Not since 2005.
Yeah, you
Hey
stayed
fam,
away
this
from
guy
all
went
that.
chicken and
Yeah,
chip
guys
shop, you
went
know.
KFC
Man went
in
Ghana,
Ghana,
yeah, and guys
Basil
didn't have
the
no,
food.
guys had no,
That's why
what?
you don't believe in
No
voodoo,
chicken
bro.
light soup and...
I didn't
and
go-
Man,
I
go
didn't go
Ghana and
caves,
eat
guys.
chicken and chips.
I
Guys
went
had chicken and
to
chips.
a-
Guys went for Morley's, you know, in Ghana, fam.
I did basically go to the Morleys of Ghana.
But every day.
Every day,
Rare
fam.
times.
What?
still.
Man, not no powdered
What, did you
yam.
visit family, yeah?
This one,
And they cook food and you said no.
That's
Yeah,
that.
man said, no, man went chicken and chip shop, fam. I remember they used to tell me
Gymnasium.
that.
The word gymnasium from the 1590s.
Oh, it's a place full of... Oh, go on, sir. I know this one still.
Place of exercise from Latin. Gymnasium. Why are you laughing? School for gymnastics from Greek gymnasium. Stop, bruv. You're making me read like a retard, bruv. I know I said it like you know, man speaking French, innit? Man started speaking French, fam.
Je suis en retard.
Allow it, man. Allow it, man. Allow it, man. I didn't mean to say it like that. I'll still.
Yeah, je suis en retard to the show.
Wait. Yeah.
Shit.
Alright, cool. Let me read it, man. Gymnasium, 1590s, place of exercise from Latin, gymnasium, school for gymnastics, from Greek, gymnasium, public place where athletic exercises are practiced. Gymnastics school in plural. Bodily exercises, from gymnasium to exercise or train, literally or figuratively. To train naked? What? No.
If I take you deeper in it,
Whoa.
this is a place where young men train naked.
No, in the gym.
Yeah, what? So what? Every time you man go gym, you don't just going out there to train naked, yeah?
Why naked?
Boy, that's where it comes from in the 1500s, blood.
What, they had no clothes in that time.
It was a Roman
that
thing
sounds
still,
right with
yeah.
them Greek man still. Greek or Italian
You know
man.
what you should have done, Stills, bro? You should have done Christmas, bro. That is the funniest one of them all, fam. Yeah, fam. Even St. Nicholas, bro. But I can't say the words in it, but St. Nicholas still, he was a crazy man, bro.
And that brings us on to the final section, the social section.
Oh, that was fucking hilarious, man.
So, there's been a few things that's been popping up on Twitter this week still. Firstly, actually, one that's kind of sick. Have you not seen that? I know you bang GTA still?
Nah, but no, go
Pro
on.
clubs thing, bro.
You don't bang GTA?
Nah, it's just
You
FIFA
see
still.
how, what's it called? Who's it? It's
Oh, Giggs and Jeremy.
yeah,
got that.
Gig, Jamie, and you're done still.
He-
And Suspect.
Suspect.
On whose playlist is it? It's
Los Santos, if
yeah,
I'm
but
right.
it's an American artist or
That's
Canadian
mad.
artist. It might be. It's like it's not The Weeknd. It's one of them man there. Like
What do you mean you station?
It's
One
Radio
of them
Los
man there.
Santos.
Of your sound. Oh, one of them got a station on the game.
yes, I can't
But
remember
they're
who.
still doing that. Why don't they just make a new GTA?
They
This is
are
the same.
still, they are. That's why they're making Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption is always the test beta for.
So what GTA did these men get on?
The recent one
last
now,
one.
GTA
Yeah, that
5.
was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it came out 4 years ago, but it's
Or
a
they just
big
do
game.
bare
They do
things.
bare updates for the online,
Just make a
innit?
new game,
It's
innit?
hard still.
Fam, what do you mean? Do you know how much peas they're making just off of that one game, fam? Bro, Grand Theft Auto 6 is due to be a madness, bro.
That's hard though. I
always
can't
is
lie. That
still.
was sick to see like them man getting recognition by like the creators of GTA.
Yeah, it said on the Twitter, it said on the tweet as well, it said that how GT are actually big fans of Giggs himself actually
Yeah,
still.
How could
so.
he not be, bro?
I hear that.
You have to
Music
remember
is
as well,
better
but a
than
lot of
better
people
than
fail to
American.
realise though, yeah, and everyone thinks GTA is from America. It's not really an American company like that. A lot of Rockstar itself is based in England.
Yeah.
It's based in England. That's why you've got Rockstar Soho, Rockstar
My brother-
London.
Right, do you remember? Sorry to cut. Do you remember GTA London?
Yeah, of course, fam. man, just move like this and that. Yeah. Come on, man. Guys don't know, bruv, man. School these guys first, man.
I was playing ISS.
I've
bro.
definitely played GTA since the first.
Man was
With the
playing
bird's eye
GTA at the
view
point where man couldn't
With-
turn
with
off
that
man's
car with the
PlayStation. Man
Z.
ain't got a memory card, you know, like that. You know, he was one of them guys that man's mum couldn't afford the memory card, fam. So man had to keep it on, fam. And just
she
keep it
can
on the
afford the
hush.
electric.
Yeah, so just gotta keep it on the hush. What? If you can't afford the memory card, then what's man supposed to do, bro? But man used to use man used to use my next door neighbours though still. Man kept
Neighbours
his
what?
electric. Man kept it his PlayStation on for a month. Wallahi, until man actually completed the whole game.
You know it's cheaper to buy a memory card, isn't it?
Definitely. That electric bill was
they
mental.
had peas.
Man, they
innit?
pay
They were
bills
calm.
like
They
that.
had peas. They were
So
calm.
why didn't
innit?
they
So
have a memory card?
only God knows that question, fam. You ask them, innit?
Remember corrupting your memory card and that type of stuff.
Yeah, bad.
Remember that Metal Gear Solid game?
Which
Oh,
one, fam?
When the first one, when you have to fight Psycho Mantis and that. But
Yeah.
he knows what you're doing.
He knows
You
what you're
have to
doing,
put
yeah.
the port in number 2 and that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I can't lie. I didn't play Metal Gear Solid till I
Mad
got a PS4.
Or you can shoot the thing to expose the mirror. If he sees himself, then you can still shoot him. You don't have
Nah,
to
that's
use
bare
it.
things.
Just
That's
so just
bare
put it
things.
out there.
I remember, like, listen,
Yeah,
what you
you
have to do. Fam, listen, what? I don't know how he knows that, blood. But listen, yeah, you have to fight the guy, yeah, but he knows everything that you're doing before you do it. So it's impossible. All you have to do is survive for time. And then they call you and say, yeah, change the port too. And then you can just back him, innit? That's literally it.
Mad still. But they kept that one.
Game. Fam, cold game. I just can't. That game gave man flipping heart palpitations,
No,
bro.
I think Metal Gear
When you
Solid
get
was
nabbed
the
and
best
that,
still.
the noise that thing makes is too much, bro. It's too
When the
much.
music changes and that.
Bro, that noise is
It's not
too
even that, bruv.
much.
Kojima, whatever his name is, he was a deep guy still. What's his name? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, fam. He was a deeper guy, bro. You know one Snake Eater 3 where he was beefing that old guy, the super sniper. You know there's a next tech is to kill him. Don't play the game for 21 days, and he actually just he dies.
He dies of old age.
He dies of old age. So you save the game. As soon as you get to that part, just save it. Don't play the game for 21 days. Come back. He's just dead. You go on to the next stage. Clock forward, yeah, basically, yeah.
And he dies.
Smart guy, bro.
Bro, you man,
You can shoot him at the start when he's in the wheelchair.
Wheelchair, yeah, and he just dies, yeah.
Right there.
I don't know about none of that.
And he just won't appear at that part.
Trust, bro.
That's it. You look cold, fam.
I'm super cold,
You know,
fam,
man can
but-
see his breath.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
man
yeah,
looks
I'm
like man's
super cold,
outside,
fam.
fam. Jesus.
But
off
guys,
guard.
turn off the heater, fam.
Sorry, bro.
For the sound.
For the
Right
sound,
now,
bro.
we just
So
have
man
to...
just
sound
here
is
now,
important.
fam. Guys have
Anyway.
probably lost bare
What else,
melanin,
what
fam.
else?
So next, I see Amplify.tweet, yeah. Bitcoin is
What are you
the
saying?
new...
Amplified dot?
Yeah, Amplify dot. That's what Twitter, isn't it? A dot. Cheating. What? Go on, say it. Go on, say it. Man, them didn't rate her music,
Amplified
innit?
dot.
Man used to call it Amplify dance, innit? It's a fact, innit? So,
Amplified
innit? Like,
dance.
what? She's cold on the radio
it's just
now.
funny. It's funny.
She's sick on the radio
I'm
now.
saying that she amplifies dance.
Did you see that though? I wasn't even meant to talk about that.
Is that actually one of
How the
actually one for
Oxford
that?
Dictionary got onto Stormzy
Oh.
about pagan.
Yeah.
The use of the word pagan.
So what, that's in the real dictionary now, pagan.
I don't know, innit?
But it's a real word anyway.
But I think
Or maybe the slang way
use,
that-
yeah.
Oh, word.
Word
But
of the year.
what A-Dot said anyway was Bitcoin is the new vegan. Man, them agree with that.
I would say so.
It is bait still because
I would say so.
everybody jumped on the vegan thing and everybody's
I
on the
didn't
Bitcoin.
jump on vegans too.
Man, them
But
jumped on
it's-
that.
But what I don't know. Vegan is what Bitcoin.
That tweet was a good tweet.
Nah, it's hard still, that banged as
But I
well.
don't get it though, because what is she saying? Not everyone can get Bitcoins though.
Yeah, it's just a fad, isn't it?
Yeah, like how everyone's becoming new, everyone wants to be a vegan, everyone jump on this Bitcoin thing.
Yeah, but you can't now.
Well, no, you
can
can't,
want
but
to,
everyone's trying to. Everyone's trying to. Yeah, everyone's still trying to.
It's still early days to be fair,
Is
man.
it?
Still really.
It was looking bait.
It's
wasn't
not
it?
the main currency in anywhere. Like, where in the world is that the main currency?
Certain
To be
places.
fair, I
That's
don't know
the
much
thing
about it.
You're
I don't
failing.
know much about it, but it's not a main
No, certain
currency.
places
Anyway.
in this world you can actually use it to actually buy things. Like you can go in a shop with your bitcoins. And
Yeah,
buy
but
things.
it's not more used than
What, is
whatever
it a
that
physical
currency in that
thing?
country is.
Is there physical Bitcoins?
Nah.
Exactly. So how do you do that?
But you can use
You can
like,
use
Card.
as your scan. You got cards in it, so you can scan your thing in it.
And then my last, sorry to cut you, man. You
did
done
cut-
innit?
you
You
did
done
cut
it. The last one is a bit
Better
bad
be
still.
good, bro.
I see Fifi tweet 2018 no more Africans singing in Jamaican accents, please.
My days, that is rank still. That is
He's
rank
bassy,
still.
man.
And then, but the funniest thing was I see a next brother tweet back. He's some brother from NSG. He's like Afro beats.
Bro, I just saw a video of them doing a song with the One Direction guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
NSG.
they're big, you know. They're huge, bruv.
Anyway, what did he say?
He replied, Jamaicans on here always talking, my friend. Get out of here. Majority of the world speaking English. Is English our language? So if I want to use something of your culture, keep quiet and appreciate it, KMT. These times in history, you come from Africa. Technically, it's my people culture.
Oh my
Man,
word!
slap man down with lyrics.
Oh
Yeah,
my
boy.
lord! Why is he saying that to Fifi, bro?
He didn't directly say that to my
Oh.
man. He
He
just
did.
tweeted that.
I thought he
innit?
replied to man.
He
He just
basically
tweeted,
did.
I'm not going to instigate any beef in it, but he
Oh.
tweeted that obviously in the same time frame as
I
my
thought you
guy.
replied to man thinking, why are you so triggered? Like,
I was thinking that's a bit.
What you man thinking about that though? What?
that's a good piece though.
What? Can Africans spit in Jamaican accents, or is it not allowed?
Can Africans spit in Jamaican accents?
Jamaican
In
accent,
Jamaica, yeah.
bro. What do you mean, fam? The whole Caribbean speak like that.
Yeah,
Shout out Peter, fam. It's true, fam.
That's real.
I don't.
Proper in the,
I don't
what was
think
it,
it matters,
Montego
bro.
Bay, fam? Like,
I can understand why.
Because what about when Mo comedian starts talking like?
Yeah, but he's doing comedy. He's taking the piss. He's not trying to sell the fact that he could possibly be from there. Just like, for example, when Abra did Done Talking, did you not?
No, wrong one. Oh. Yeah, but Abra done...
Wait, no, it wasn't even that.
Robbery.
It was robbery still.
Yeah, I thought he was a yard man.
I thought he was a yard man. But it was calm when I found out that he was a Ghanaian man. But
I swear that he's got him.
you didn't know?
No, I thought he was a yard man still.
It's proper clean.
Why do you
though.
think I was
It's
quiet?
hard. It's clean. It's
Why
hard.
do you think I was so quiet while you don't saying? I was like, nah, man, these men are chatting
He's a
shit,
Ghana man.
blood.
Yeah, he's
But
Ghana
that... I don't know.
That's mental
Is
still.
what? Nah, it's robbery, innit?
You Captain Conan.
Man, right. Run up in the chat. I don't know...
Bomber clad. Yeah,
Bomber clad.
You know you spat in your whole drink when you said that. Like it just flew. Yeah, like raindrop.
Wicked.
It's yellow, bruv. It's yellow. There ain't no mince
Now
pie
you got
in there,
meat
bruv.
in your juice.
Is it calm though?
What, that you
Yeah,
spat
it's
in your
calm.
drink?
I don't feel it's weird to me, but not really. Like in a sense where. But to be honest, you gotta think about it, like
It's big.
it's one culture, really.
Yeah.
Like once you come over here, like there's so many different
In
things
London.
going on.
Yeah, like it's just like misspitting in Punjab and all of that, innit?
It doesn't though. He just says some words.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Is
But-
it like it's the same, innit? Like
You know what it is, yeah? It's not, if it's done alright, then it's alright. But if it's done like cool runnings,
cool runnings.
Yeah, I hear that.
I hate when they do that stuff.
Yo, cool runnings. Was it that bad, yeah?
Yeah, no, yeah. Cool runnings is the funniest. Yeah, dead man.
You know what I always I always wondered with that, yeah, why don't they just get real yard man if you want them to
It's
sound
because they
like
can't
real
understand, man, fam. What do you mean, fam? You put a real
Yeah, but
yard
it's a
man on
movie.
stage and he says what the script says, they wouldn't be able to catch not one bit of it.
It doesn't make
talk.
sense to me, bro. But no, that's
I just don't think no yard man would have been in no
Bruv, he
tight
keeps
pants doing
spraying.
rascal.
Yeah,
At that time.
Man shook to go get my own chocolate bag, fam. There's venom.
Are you seeing them? Waterfalls are coming out.
That was what it was.
Yeah,
you get
kick
me?
it,
They had to
yeah.
get some dons to coon out around that time, because right around them time there,
What is it? I missed your joke because you were spraying the...
I was saying that they weren't getting no real yard man to do that, like wear tight pants and that, doing rascal cool runnings.
Okay.
Them time there, you get me?
Yeah, no, yeah, like to me, like it's mad because like the only thing I say with that. So when Abracadabra is rapping in a yard accent for basically most of his tunes, and people think he's yard, but he's actually Ghanaian. You want to see a bit more of your Ghanaian influence then? Is all I'd say. Like, okay,
But I
you're
guess-
from Ghana.
do you know
then
what it
have
is, yeah?
something about you that.
I hear,
represent
I
that.
pre what you're saying, but for someone like me, yeah, for example, who is Ghanaian and Bajan,
Yeah.
but I'm not, because
Yeah.
I've only been to Ghana once. I've only been to Barbados once.
Yeah.
And like, obviously my family are from there, innit? But I've been born and bred in London, South London, around man from all different cultures who speak in all different
Yeah,
dialects.
but you haven't picked one. He's picked one.
I hear that still.
See what I'm saying? Like, if you just spat in the way how he speaks, then
Yeah,
that's
but
how he speaks.
You
But I
might
don't-
speak like from Tottenham, man. Tottenham's like Brixton, innit? I assume. Tottenham's like Brixton, and there's bare yard people around there.
Yeah, but I don't. But you've seen him do interviews. That's not how he speaks.
I
innit?
hear that still.
He's obviously put that on for the effect of the song, which is sick.
Yeah,
true
it
talk.
was sick. It
I don't
definitely-
think there's nothing wrong with it though, like personally, because it's all the same. It's all one culture really that's
Yeah.
been broken. But man's basically bringing it together. So,
No, I hear that
you know what I'm
still.
saying?
I hear that.
But it just, I don't know. Because Ghanaian is a strong culture, innit? Like, it's a very, very...
I can't lie. I feel buzzed right now. Ed
Oh,
Sheeran's
Ed Sheeran.
making me look like a real fraud out here, bro.
See what I'm saying?
I don't even know what he's saying in that tune there, blood. With Fuse ODG. My man spitting in tree, bro.
Properly.
So you got Ed Sheeran spitting on Tree, yeah?
Singing.
Go on, say it, finish son.
But you and Garner and ate chicken and chips.
Yeah, cash. Cash.
Hey Ed Sheeran, if you ever watch this, chat to this if you ever see him, please.
Why are you saying
But I was young then, innit? Now I'm a
that's
big
when
man.
I was 4 years ago.
No.
Nah,
It was a long time. I was like 15. Them time there, rude boy, I wasn't even eating basmati rice. You get me? It was straight American grade. Now
what's that? You're from Ghana, bro.
My point exactly, fam. You get me?
They bang the basmati, bro.
My point exactly. But now man bangs basmati.
So when your mum made rice, you just bashed it?
I couldn't have it. She had to make separate rice. You get
It
me?
would be Gappy though. Gappy is your vanilla, bro. Guys didn't know about sweet and salt popcorn. Like, if he liked something, he would just bang it forever. Like, and that's it, years until that's Gappy, blood. Like, nah, you want to try
vanilla,
bro. Already sorted. Nah, not vanilla, that's bad. Already sorted, didn't it? I remember when I went somewhere, yeah. And then, man said, can I get sweet potato fries, innit? What's that? Sweet potato, it's chips in it, but it's just different, isn't it? Sweet potato, it's still potato. Yeah, what? Let me try one. Man bit it, you know, he didn't even. No, let me get normal chips. And then he started banging it, you see what I'm saying? So Gap's there, rigid, man. No,
but that concludes the show. Thank you for watching another episode or listening to Kicking Back with Gap. And we'll be back hopefully before the year's out. You get me?
Yeah, man.
Remember to subscribe to the channel and you can follow us on all the socials. All of that information's in the description. I can't be bothered to go through each and every individual's
Well, it's not at the time, fam.
thing.
Yeah, man's got a dip.
But thank you for watching. Bang.
Don't know.
Merry Christmas.
Cool.